Greetings, Afterlifers, and welcome to Cats and Cups, a coffee shop simulator game where you run the shop as a cat. From the developers over at Rogue Duck Interactive, this game is set to release in 2025, in Q4 of 2025. Right. So, this game's already cute right off the bat. I'm not gonna lie. I love indie games like this. It's simple. No craziness with the visuals or graphics or anything. It's literally just you, your shop, and that's it. Now, I'm gonna say this for transparency. This game, I had to record this multiple times because there's a lot I want to say about this game. First off, this game is cute. I recommend it right off the bat. However, though, this game has a fatal, not really a fatal issue. It has basically an eye glaring issue that's like, yeah, that needs to be fixed before release. So let's go through this process. So first things first, this game right off the bat lets you do whatever you want without the need of the objectives here. So you can literally like go over here, press this button, go over here, press this button, go over here, and press this button, and go over here and press this button. So we're gonna kind of set things up for the customers and everything. Now you might be wondering, wait, you have 3 slots, why do you have to complete the order here? Well, unfortunately, once you put an item here, apparently the game kind of locks you. It's like, hey, complete the order with this espresso. It's like, wait, what? So anyways, the first one's a coffee. So let's ring the bell, activate this, boop, there we go. The next one is a ice espresso. Boop. So let's do that. Then keep that over there. And then the next one is okay, so there we go. Let's bring another customer up. And then yes, we already know what kind of, there we go, an espresso. Now remember that I made an espresso. The next customer is going to ask for a specific drink called a latte. Now remember this. So let's fill this up. I like how everything is automated. That's great. That's awesome. And there's no punishment here. Now remember this image. Let's walk through that process again, like what we did before. This time, let's do the iced coffee. Let's do how we did the espresso. For the previous customer. So we do that. Yeah, let's do all this right off the bat. It doesn't really matter. So we do that. Espresso's been added, right? All right. So we do this. We do that. We do that. Now you might be people who watch this. Does that look like a latte to you? But yet the game wrongfully calls this wrongly as a completed order. No, it's not. Now everybody wondering, but Nix, you made a latte though. The cat's not showing though. So this is the wrong order. So what we really need to do here is the following. We actually need to do this whole process again. Could care less about the stars. But here's the trick. So we make this. Okay, so the espresso, okay. Espresso's ready. And you might be wondering, okay, let's add some steam to the milk. Steam is ready. Get over here. See? There you go. The biggest issue with this game so far, and it's probably the most glaring eye attention, like, hey, like, this isn't gonna fool anybody. This isn't gonna be swept under the rug type of bug or glitch. No, this is a thing that needs to be fixed. The game needs to have a better visual descriptor, or it can't just say do this, that, and the other, and you're done. No. I don't care how technical you need to get with these. Maybe you know, simplistic tutorials is their thing, but simplistic tutorials can get it wrong too. So that's why, like, if I need to make a latte, please walk me through this process. And don't call it a hot cup. Call it a latte. Call it an espresso. Call it black coffee, Americano, iced Americano. Don't just call it hot cup, because you probably be thinking, because then it's like, oh, okay, well, the order's done. No, the cat wasn't in the image, so it's not a latte, it's an espresso. Or not an espresso, an Americano. But how would you know that? Because the game doesn't tell you that. So please, touch this up. because imagine buying this game, having fun with it, and then you come across these orders where it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And if it's just because, oh, you didn't because the game didn't tell you, oh, this isn't a latte, this is an Americano. Okay, what I did wrong? You didn't really need to add the hot coffee to the espresso. You just need to add the espresso and milk. Yeah, but how could this machine, like, how can the coffee grinder, how can stuff here in the coffee grinder go from here to here, there to this cup, and turn it into, like, I know it's a video game, but, like, wait, what? You know? So again, like, touch this up, recontextualize the items. Instead of calling it a hot cup, call it by its order item. Call it by an an Americano, a black coffee, an espresso, a latte, for crying out loud. Because, man, like, it's gonna, yeah, it's not gonna lie. I mean, you know, it sucks, but okay, so what we need to do is we need to add steamed milk to this order. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, whatever. And then steamed milk. There we go. And see, there we go. Now, see, that was a better descriptor, because we went off the fact. Now, I call it a better descriptor, but it's like, well, that's because you knew that the latte didn't need hot water. Well, if that's the case, why should I piggyback off of a previous order when the previous order, the latte, why couldn't the latte have a better description, a better explainer, a better visual guidance on how to make a latte? Because some of these job simulator games do it way differently from one another. And some go technical, some go too technical, and some just go simplistic. Like, okay, boom, 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 done, streamlined. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just fill the orders and make customers happy, and I don't know, pay off your employees or whatever, depending on the simulator game. But yeah. So, and obviously the next day, you know, we're gonna probably know how to cook a croissant and do food orders and whatnot. But yeah, let's I'll follow your recipe note. Is it complicated? Okay. It's a mocha. Okay, so the game tells you to follow the note. But in reality, what we really need to follow is this is the directions here. So we need to make an espresso. We actually need to make an espresso. Okay. So, and this is not a complicated order. Stop it. It's only complicated because, again, for some reason the game treats a lot of the orders like, okay, it's done. Like, no, that's not the item we're looking for. Stop it. That's not the item we're looking for. So we need to get steamed milk in here. Okay, so we need this. Okay, boop. We need to pour it down. And it doesn't matter what kind of order we do here. And then here, as long as we get the right ingredients in here. Then we do it here. There we go. See? Done. I'm gonna send head to where you can discover some recipes to sell tomorrow. Okay, so end day. Nice. Made some money. Fantastic. So now let's go and make a croissant. Okay. Roll the dough. Okay, now cut the dough into pieces. Yeah, it doesn't really matter here. How many days do you have the ingredients? Kick them in the oven and wait until they cook. Customers will love them. Yeah, apparently that's how you make a croissant in a video game. Then oop. And here we go. So we have this little small town. You have the ingredients shop. You have your business. And of course you have the coffee shop. Pay scratcher for $50. Don't know what that is. You can upgrade your items. You can get new ingredients. Now, I don't know truly if you need to, if there's like a limited supply or whatever, but I'm assuming that there is. So kind of be prepared probably, but judging by all this, it literally looks like okay, it's you don't need to restock or anything. It's all there basically, which is great. I love that. But yeah, other than that little hiccup with the latte, which could literally, like, I know it's not gonna annoy gamers who might play this game, but no, there's gonna be some people who are gonna be like, why couldn't it be like a better descriptor on how to make a latte, or a better visual descriptor? You know, it was very weird for me to make an espresso from the last order, and the game's like, oh yeah, it's done, but that's not a real espresso. Oh, but it says hot cup for whatever reason, which is another issue. Call it by its true name. Call it by Americano, or an iced latte, or black coffee, or whatever order you're making. You know, it's gonna really annoy players if they have to figure out, like, okay, what am I doing wrong here with these orders? But other than those two issues, this game, again, I recommend it if you're looking for a chill job simulator game. That's basically, you know, not much really here. I mean, and you know, less is better, right? And that's what they're doing here. Less is better. Now, of course, if you go to the Steam store page, then you would know that there's more items and things to unlock and all this stuff. But yeah, I can't wait to see where this game goes, and wish Rogue Duck Interactive luck in Cats and Cups. If you enjoyed this first impressions look into Cats and Cups, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this first impressions, then check out the other first impressions I have here on the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.